Hello everyone, this is my first attempt at making a video. I have a bit more free time this summer and I thought I would create something. Thank you in advance for your attention and I apologize for the bad quality of the video and sound. I'm filming this on my old phone, trying to save up some money to get a new camera. I thought I would talk here on some topics that have been running through my mind lately and to use footage of me working out as B-roll. Today I would like to talk about AI, a subject that's very popular right now. It's a thing that I like and I hate at the same time, although I hate it more than I like it. We see it more often being used in our daily lives. I use it to write boring emails and to apply for jobs, and also look up information about interesting subjects, such as weather engineering, using solar energy, or to look up information about the taxes I'm paying. In this aspect, it's a great tool, and that's how I see it being used, as a tool. Unfortunately, AI companies see the other ways to use and capitalize on people's behalf. Some of the worst I've seen are of course AI companions for lonely people. The worst case I saw recently was a man who has a daughter and has been in a long-term relationship who decided to propose to his AI assistant. This just saddens me deeply. We were already becoming the loneliest generation due to the rise of social media, which in theory should connect us more and offer a great number of opportunities. But it does the opposite. It atomizes us as a society and makes it more difficult to form real human connections. Because of this, we are the generation with the highest rates of anxiety, depression, and other mental conditions compared to older generations. We may be also the generation that has felt the most comfortable talking about mental health. That's why the numbers are so high compared to other generations. But if there were people that were not comfortable talking about mental health in the past, I'm sure there are even more today that prefer to stay silent. So these numbers we see might even be higher, in my opinion. But let's return to AI companions. Yesterday I saw a video of Bumble's CEO Whitney Hurt talking about normalizing this, which shocked me. This can be good for any of us, women and men. I think we should reject this trend and try to help these people who feel so hopeless in finding love that they have to resort to talking with AI bots. And we should shame people who are trying to promote them, especially big corporations like Meta, who is trying to sell us AI friends. Another aspect of AI that I think all of you would agree is detrimental to all of us is the replacement of entry-level jobs with AI assistants. Yesterday I saw a graph how after the introduction of ChatGPT's AI on the market in 2022, the number of available entry-level positions for software engineers has declined considerably, and the same is true for creative copywriting jobs. But it's not only entry-level jobs that are suffering because of this. It's also mid and senior roles that are being removed, most notably in the tech industry, the same industry that promotes the development of AI. I keep seeing more articles about layoffs at big companies like Intel, Microsoft, Meta, and many more. Or maybe that's what the algorithm was trained to show me. It's very hard to know these days. The third problem I see with AI is that we're becoming dumber, more soulless, and lazier, and I think it has the worst impact on young people who are studying, including me. The most recent survey that I could find is from February 2025. It indicates that almost 92% of us use AI in some form, and that some 88% have used it for their assignments. I'm part of those 88%. I've seen on myself how I got lazier this last year. Why would I spend time going through a book or the slides from a lecture looking for the formulas when I could ask ChatGPT to do it for me, and then also to do the calculations for me as well? I'll have to say, though, that most of the time I would check the results by myself because it would compute them wrong. And of course, it would make sense to use AI as a tool to get more free time. But from my experience, we end up spending this gained free time on consuming and scrolling through mindless content on social media platforms. And some of the content now is also being produced by AI. Even though it's not perfect, it's good enough to capture the attention, provoke a reaction, especially for the older generations, and to make money for the channels posting it and the big corporations. Last night, when I was going to bed, a thought popped into my mind. How great it would be to find like-minded people who can see that AI is not the answer to everything and how it actually generates our daily human interactions. It would be amazing to talk with people who feel the same and who want to reject this trend that our society is taking on, who want to reconnect again like we used to, have deep conversations while keeping eye contact with another human soul, not just online conversation between two AI bots. Yesterday I was talking with a friend and this is how it feels to apply for a job in 2025. Since the chance of getting an entry-level job in the industry we want is low, the only way to get one is to apply to as many jobs as possible. But of course, the both of us have to work to make ends meet, so the only way we see possible to apply for jobs and still have a social life is to use AI tools. And of course, we are sure that our applications are first reviewed by an AI due to the huge amount of applicants, and the rejection email that we get after 2 months is written as well by an AI. I could talk more about this or subjects like this that are affecting our modern society. It's easy for me. Once I start writing and I can see my thoughts on paper, it feels good for my soul. I would like to thank you for your attention, for all of you that have stuck until the end. As you can hear from the way I speak, this is not written by AI, but by a soul that is starting to feel lost in this new technological world that is evolving too quick for my brain to comprehend. I would like for us to return to live to simpler times, when we were not so connected like we are today, but maybe that's too much to ask for. If you have any feedback, I would greatly appreciate it. And if you like this video, help me with a subscribe and like this video. Have a wonderful day.